Hey guys, so another walk to work. I'd actually tried filming yesterday twice. I walked to work, which I think I might have had my finger over the microphone or something, because it recorded with no sound or very very little sound. And then I tried to walk from work because I had to walk back up to the house. So I almost finished it. I had maybe 3 minutes left to film, and Hijinks phoned, knocking the video off. So what I was talking about yesterday about in the videos, I'll probably talk about today anyway, because I would have probably rambled about them again. First of all, by the time this video is uploaded, it's finally payday, so I can actually pay for my Collector for this month. Because Collector keep emailing me saying, we've tried to charge you for your subscription, but you have insufficient funds. No shit, I only have £5 in my account. No wonder. But it says I have till the 6th to pay it. So I've got, well, it says so technically tomorrow, but I can pay it as soon as it's midnight and it's fine. I don't mind doing that because I really want it. But yeah, they've been emailing saying, yeah, you need to pay for your box if you still want the box, which, of course I want the box, it's Women Apart. But what I was talking about in the video yesterday was something that I'm signing up for as soon as I get paid as well, which is called GISHWHES, which stands for the greatest international scavenger hunt the world has ever seen, and it is amazing. If you've never heard of GISHWHES, it's as it sounds, it's a giant scavenger hunt all across the world, and it is bloody brilliant. So you start off in a team of 12. You can either set up the complete team of 12 with people around you, or you can just sort of sign up and you can be thrown into a team, like a pre-existing team from somewhere around the world. Or if you set up, say you only get 6 people in your team from friends and family, say, then they'll fill in the rest with people from around the world, so there's always 12. It does cost you to sign up. I think it's something like $12 to sign up, but it all goes to the Random Acts charity, or majority of it, because it needs something to also like host the site and things like that. But once you sign up, you are part of a GISHWHES and you are a Gisher. And when the event starts, which is in August, for a week, so you get a full week, and you get a list sent onto the website of roughly 200 items to try and complete. So you don't need to do all of them. It's not possible to do all of them. And it's the wackiest of things. And it's probably the funnest week ever. So I've been doing GISHWHES for about 2 or 3 years now. And I've done it my first year I did it with a complete team from around the world. And that one was fun, but difficult, because it was a full team of people who didn't know what they were doing and had never done it before, and there was some conflict within our team, so some people weren't actually getting along. Then last year I did it with Hijinks, and got some helping hands with my mum and then some of her friends. They hadn't actually officially signed up, so we couldn't actually put them into the photos or videos, but they helped out. So I'll go for some of the items, like the different sort of genres of items, I guess, just to sort of express how weird and wacky it actually is. So some of them are just generally, so say region-based items. So most of them are American. It is an American-based event, GISHWHES, but there's some things that are just region-based. So it could be find the man in the purple Hawaiian shirt wearing a duck helmet in Beijing. So you have to. So if you're, say, in Beijing, if you find him, you take a photo with him and upload it to the site. I think it's Flickr. No, it's Imgur. Or Imgur, however people pronounce Imgur, I pronounce it. It does say on the site how to upload, and then you get an allocated amount of points, and it's usually once all the points are added up at the end, then whoever's got the most wins, and it's usually the prize is usually a weekend away to wherever. Last year it was a weekend trip on a pirate ship with the person who runs it, Misha Collins, who's in Supernatural, the TV show. So yeah, he runs it, which is so fun. A couple of years ago it was actually a haunted house in Scotland. I doubt they'll come back up to Scotland again, but it did look fun. So there's some region-based ones where they go to different locations around the world. Then there's the general madness, which I try and do the general madness ones. One of them was cover yourself in peanut butter or whipped cream and hug random strangers while getting filmed. One that I did last year, which is cover yourself in butter and hug a friend or family. I did that to hijinks. One of them was a conspiracy theorist tea party. So we made tinfoil top hats and very, very fancy little tidbits for it. We actually made tinfoil cups of tea and tinfoil sandwiches and biscuits for our conspiracy theorist tea party. Then there's another sort of group which are sort of like impossible ones to do, or seem impossible. No single item is actually impossible to do. If you have, say, maybe some contacts in certain places, or you know some people, or if you're very, very good at persuading, then it can happen. So there could be one there was one 2 years ago that was get your team name on the surface of the moon. And of course that sounds impossible. It's like, how are we going to get our name on the moon? And there's something like 26,000 teams. So we'd all tweeted and Facebook messaged and PM'd and DM'd all of NASA asking, how can we do this? We thought maybe we can send a tiny capsule up with our team name on it then to show, yes, look, we've actually got our name on the surface of the moon. But NASA then tweeted a video for GISHWHES showing on their monitors that they had put a GPS coordinate that we could look up, that if you click the GPS coordinate, had every single registered team name in that tiny coordinate on the surface of the moon. So for that week, we were on the moon. They took it down after, but for that week, that tiny GPS coordinate was for GISHWHES. And the original points were something like 5,000, but because obviously every single person had put in that they got the NASA GPS, so we all got something like 3 points each because it was so many. Because the point system is based sort of the easiest ones that the most people will do, because it's either easiest or maybe most popular, will get sort of lower points. So say between 5 and 20 points. Each item has a different point that you can get. Then the more harder ones, or maybe ones that could be more impressive, ones actually finished or more time consuming, will get more points. So it could be into the hundreds. And then there was the NASA one, which was 5,000 points, but we all ended up getting 3, which was funny. But then there's sort of sweeter items because it's not just all silly and serious. Not all silly, but it can be serious. So there's some of them that I couldn't actually do last year, insufficient funds. But there's one that I wanted to do that was go to your local care home or elderly residence home and buy every resident a bunch of flowers and film yourself handing them out. Or there's one where it was make a puppet show at Children's Hospital. Things like that to make do things that you wouldn't usually do and just have fun doing it. That's the whole point of it. And once the week is finished, and maybe about a week after that, then they have something called VegVep, which basically is you sign up to be a VegVep and you then get to look through the submissions, so everyone else's photos and things, and so you get sent in a certain item, say you got sent, I don't know, item 200, and then you had to look through all the photos or videos of the submission, and you pick out the best ones that match what they're looking for. So if it was, say, dressed as a teddy bear and run through a children's hospital, and so you have to then also look through to see who's actually dressed up as a teddy bear or just using a teddy bear, if it is actually a children's hospital or just in front of children. You know, you sort of have to, almost like you're being a judge, but it's good fun. I love doing GISHWHES, and VegVip's a lot of fun too because you get extra points. Most people sign up to VegVip anyway because you get to sort of spy in early anybody else's submissions, because you're not actually allowed to upload them to any form of social media till after the event. Because the first year that happened, about 5 years ago when GISHWHES started, somebody had uploaded some of their submissions onto Tumblr, obviously to show off, going, oh look, this is what we did. So another team stole their submission photos and uploaded it for themselves, and ended up getting a ton of points. So the original people then contacted and said, no, these are our photos, we can prove they're our photos, and the team who took them away got them suspended, so they couldn't upload again. But then there's there's been not so many sort of shocking things that's happening in GISHWHES, but some of them that sort of happened. There was a team a couple of years ago that almost won through plagiarism, because there's some certain rules that you're not allowed to use, like Photoshop in some videos, and shouldn't really be faking some of the results in videos unless it states to do that. But there was one where they had very, very carefully photoshopped the results of a video and almost won if they hadn't bragged about it on Twitter. And because they bragged about it on Twitter, basically saying, oh look, they were getting a ton of points, and oh look, we could actually win with our faked video. And so obviously the judges went back and checked over and saw, yes, it most likely is fake, and they got their title taken away from them because they faked it. But definitely signing up to GISHWHES. So I'm going to see if Collector and Boxer want to do it. Hijinks is definitely wanting to do it, and see if anyone else, because I want to try and make a team very, very sort of close, of people I know and things like that, because I don't really like going with teams all around the world, because most of the time they are in America. Most of the time I also have work to do. Last year I was a pain in the arse because I was in work for 3 of the 5 days. So I only had 2 days to try and, well, technically it's 4 days. No, I was in work 4 days, to have 3 days to try and condense as much GISHWHES as possible. I think I managed to do 30 items in 3 days. Me and Hijinks had planned them out, exactly what ones we were going to do. Hijinks had done some on her own, but we were trying to plan out exactly what we were going to do. So as soon as I would come home, boom, there's some done. And when I had my days off, I could do as many as I could. But I'm so excited for this year because it's so unpredictable. There's some items we can sort of predict are going to happen, like something to do with kale and something to do with sanitary products. But I think the sanitary products one might be taken off because there was a big complaint last year about the wastage of them. So because of the complaint and people were wasting them for items, there was a huge donation of any spare ones and money sent to homeless charities, which was good. But yeah, if you want to join me in GISHWHES, then let me know.